I'd like to call this meeting for the city of San Juan at 6 p.m. May we rise for invocation. Mr. Arjona, can you lead us, please, sir?
Bow our heads. Dear Father, we thank you for the opportunity to get this day. May everything we do begin with your inspiration and continue with your help. We pray and ask for your guidance throughout this meeting, that all of our thoughts and actions reflect your holy will, and that you will grant us the grace to make the best decision for our city. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, under public comments, I have Mr. Gilberto Gonzalez. Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, Commissioners, good evening. We have tonight, there's a presentation and proclamation recognizing Raul Humberto Izaguirre. As you remember, a couple of weeks ago, it was a national TV, and where it was recognized Mr. Izaguirre at the White House. So Mayor Pro Tem called us to maybe do a proclamation on his behalf, so we have it in front of you. Mayor would like to do that.
Okay. This is a proclamation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whereas Raul Humberto Izaguirre was born July 22nd, 1939 in San Juan, Texas, and grew up in the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas. And whereas in 1958, he joined the U.S. Air Force, where he served for 4 years. After being discharged, he earned a Bachelor's of Science from George Washington University and was one of the organizers of the National Organization for Mexican American Services, 1964. And whereas in 1968, he joined the Southwest Council of La Raza, now known as the National Council of La Raza, and elected president of the NCLR in 1974. And whereas from 1976 to 1979, he chaired the Forum of National Hispanic Organizations and became involved within the Common Cause organization as well. He co-founded the National Neighborhood Coalition and was the first Hispanic to serve on the executive committee of the Leadership Conference of Civil Rights in 1977. And whereas from 1989 to 1990, Izaguirre also became one of the first Latinos to hold a fellowship at the Institute of Politics at Harvard University John F. Kennedy School of Government. And whereas in 2010, after his retirement from the NCLR, Izaguirre served as President Barack Obama's ambassador to the Dominican Republic. And whereas Raul Izaguirre, who has dedicated his life to fighting for equality and the advancement of Latinos, was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, at the White House earlier this month. Now, therefore, be resolved that I, Mario Garza, by the power vested in me as the mayor of the city of San Juan, along with Mayor Pro Tem Lenny Sanchez, Commissioner Dina Santian, Commissioner Neto Guajardo, and Commissioner Marky Villegas, hereby issue 26th day of July 2022 this proclamation to Raul Humberto Izaguirre. With that being said, let's give Mr. Izaguirre a big round of applause for his accomplishment. I know Mr. Arjona and Brenda had been trying to reach out to any family members or him himself, but what I understood is that Mr. Izaguirre resides in Washington. Am I correct? So I guess if we can still contact them, let them know what transpired today, Brenda, as far as on this proclamation, and we're honored, the city and the whole community of what he's accomplished, and pretty much he set the setting stone for us to be here, up and on these chairs. So I really thank him and his family. So if you guys can just reach out to continue, and just let them know, and you can maybe send them a copy of once I sign the proclamation. Okay? Thank you so much. Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, Commissioners, along the same lines, I want to invite Mr. Patrick Willingham over to the podium, because as you know, over the weekend there was a tournament that was played up in I forget the name of this place. Deer Park, where our 12U baseball players represented San Juan with a lot of honor. They won the tournament, so now they're going to the World Series. But Mr. Patrick Willingham is here with us to give us more info on that.
Okay, yes. Good evening, Mayor, Commission. So I'd just like to report that our 12U baseball All-Stars represented San Juan this past weekend up in Deer Park in the Pony South Zone tournament. There were 16 teams from around the zone, Texas and Louisiana, competing, and San Juan finished in first place and won the zone championship. So now they have earned a berth to play in the 12U World Series, International World Series, that will take place in Laredo, Texas, this coming weekend, starting on Friday, the 29th, through August the 1st. Hopefully, we're still playing on August the 1st. But our first game will be Friday morning at 11:30 versus a team from California. There's teams from California, Cleveland, Ohio, Laredo. There's a team from Taiwan, Dominican Republic, and Mexico.
So it's an international
It's an
World
International
Series.
World Series.
Great.
The 4 zones in the United States, their winners will all be headed to Laredo, and as well as those 3 other countries, Taiwan, Dominican, and Mexico. So we'll be competing starting Friday morning at 11:30. Right now, I wish the details. I've been in contact with the coach, but we're planning a little something for tomorrow evening at about 7 at the Municipal Park. Just a little, we hope to wrap it all up by the morning and blast it out.
A little pep rally?
Yeah, a
type
little
of
pep
thing?
rally kind of deal, just to kind of,
Yeah, no,
everybody
we need
was
to.
going to leave at different times, so it was kind of hard to do a send-off. But I have been in contact with the coach, and we'll try to get that, and we'll get details out on, we'll try to blast it as soon as we get it. They just got back late Sunday night, so it's been a quick turnaround to get something, really big.
Masses at St. John's, and they'll be getting a special blessing
Yes.
Wednesday at 6.
Yes.
From there, we can proceed.
So they'll be getting a little blessing at 6 o'clock, and then when that's over, they'll come over to the park, and then we'll take it from there. So,
Great, good deal.
yep.
Okay.
We wish them the best of luck. And also, I want to report our 8-year-olds went to Louisiana to represent us in the South Zone World Series of all teams from Texas and Louisiana, and they did well. They didn't win the championship, but they represented Taiwan very well. We also had 39 kids participating in Corpus Christi at the Games of Texas in swimming, tennis, and track and field. And again, we were well represented all across the region this past weekend. So congratulations to all the kids and families. And
Nice.
thank you guys for your
Congratulations.
support. Without your support, these trips and events couldn't take place. So I know they're very appreciative of all the help that the city gives.
Cool.
Bellingham, maybe at the next meeting, we can have all the
Yes.
athletes from not only the World Series, but from the TAF to come.
Yes, so we're going to, we just kind of, they all got back late, so the next meeting, we will have as many of them that can make it, will be here to present them to you all.
Sure.
So,
That'll work.
okay.
Thank you.
Guys.
We're good. Going on the rest of the presentations, tonight we have a presentation on departmental reports. Tonight we have Department of Finance, Fire Department, Police Department, Municipal Court, and Department of Utilities. Every department director is here available. If you have any questions for them.
Questions for the directors at this time?
I know we have the National Night Out planned for August 11th, is that correct, Chief? Yes? Okay. August 11th, it's a Thursday, correct, at the Municipal Park? And this year will not be a drive-through, just wanted to clarify, right? It's gonna be more getting off, is that the plan? Do we have a plan? Movie night. Okay. Okay.
I know the San Juan Powell's involved in this too as well. Am I correct, Mr. Guajardo? Good, good.
Yeah, so I don't know, Mr. Guajardo would like to come to the commissioners.
Yeah,
to
I was about
explain?
to
Yeah.
ask if you can just kind of give us,
Yes, sir. Well, Commission, yes, we are set for the National Night Out with the Police Department. We are going to finalize the backpack giveaway. Right now, we have tentatively set to have a walk-in, receive their backpack, and walk-out entrance. We're kind of, the last couple of years, we have done the drive-through, but it's generally a great turnout. So me and Chief will sit down this week to discuss the details on that. But this year, we are planning to have it in Municipal Park at the baseball fields. We really like to showcase that area, include our turf fields. We'll have movies in the park. We'll have several vendors and businesses out there giving out different product. We also contracted a water slide company. We'll have multiple water slides. We'll have several obstacle courses out there. We're finalizing the DJ and the stage. But yeah, we have a map that's ready to go in regards to the entrance and the exit part of it to kind of make sure that, we can hold the people that are going to show up and make sure everybody's safe when they're leaving. Yeah, so.
Now, as far as the backpacks, is there any type of restrictions on them? Because you know how some schools are allowing clear and some schools are not, you know what I'm saying?
Based on the information that Chief Modin gave me, and he did speak to the PSG School District, it's my understanding that they are not going to limit this year in regards to the clear backpacks. They're not gonna hold them, or make it mandatory to
Okay,
make
good.
a clear backpack. So, the police department has gone and purchased or got their donated backpacks that are just regular backpacks. Again, because we did get the directive from the district that they're not gonna enforce that, so.
I believe some of the principals, they already confirmed with some of the parents, because they've been calling me, Austin's gonna wear clear black. No, they're just gonna go with regular backpacks, no clear.
And we did already finalize our flyer. We do have some sponsorship tiers out there that we are sending out there. I know Chief does very well in getting his sponsors. We sent ours. We're gonna sit down and collaborate, who's coming in. But it's always a good, we always get good response from the local community, the businesses out there that wanna participate and help the kids get a good start off for this new year, especially with school supplies. We're replicating what we did last year. So the gold is a $1,000 package, and it gives a breakdown in regards to what they'll receive from their sponsorship package level. Our second one is the silver, which is a $500 package, and we have a third one, which is a $300 package, which is the bronze. So all three are pretty popular, and like I said, we had some good feedback. As I left the office today, I was getting some calls from our staff in regards to people wanting to help out. So we'll get with whoever made those calls today.
Out to you, any sponsorships, they can reach out to you.
Exactly, yeah.
Great, okay.
Yeah, so, with that sponsor, they do get recognition. But then again, we have vendors wanting to come in and just want to kind of give out their product. If it's nonprofits, I know Crime Stoppers is very big, and they're gonna participate with us. And other local, county nonprofits will be there also. So, we are open to anyone that wants to participate, Commissioner, so.
Yes, you can sign me up for the 300 for sure, and then I still have backpacks and stuff, so I'll donate some of those.
Great, yeah, we're always taking any donations, so that helps.
I'll go with you guys.
Okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Any other questions for the directors? If not, we'll move on. Go ahead, sir.
On the public hearing, Mayor Commissioners, we have the first one, hold a public hearing and consider ordinance regarding conditional use permit to allow the spot food truck park and sale of alcoholic beverages, wine and beer for on-premise consumption at 103 Alta Street, legally described as Lot 16 through 18, Block 4, Small Number 2 subdivision, located at the southwest corner of Alta Street and Raul Longoria Road, as requested by Yolanda de la Cruz Presenta LLC. Mr. Tinian, this item, Mayor Commissioners, the last time it was tabled, so we need to
Well,
untable.
go ahead. Is there a motion on the table?
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's been untabled. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. This is an item, a public hearing item to consider the ordinance, as Mr. Arjona read the caption. For this proposal to have two conditional use permits, one for the food truck park and the other for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages on the property. So staff the applicant is proposing to open the food truck park at the southwest corner of Alta and Raul Longoria and the sale of alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption. The applicant is proposing 10 food trucks, a green area, parking area along Alta, and restrooms available for customers. There is a nice site plan available in your packets. A list of conditions of requirements would be as noted in your packet, there cannot be located it's not a residentially zoned area, it's commercial. The stand must be inspected by the building inspections department and meet applicable building and fire codes. That would be the fire department as well. They have to have off-street paved parking, which they do, and they would have to anchor the trailers down. Must meet setbacks within the zoning district. Water and sewer disposal facilities must be available, and they must obtain a health department permit and obtain a TxDOT permit regarding access along Raul Longoria. We did mail 24 notices to property owners as we published in the paper for this item. I did receive 2 calls, and I believe we have one individual that filled out a paper that has a concern as well. This is a public hearing, Mayor. The staff is requesting approval of the condition, both CUPs, which is the food park and the sale of alcohol.
Okay, at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up at 6:35 PM. 6:35 PM. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Go ahead, ma'am.
Live there.
Can you state your,
Post the giving of the alcoholic beverages permit, because I really don't want the noise. I heard what this other lady said previous to me, and I don't want my neighborhood to become that. That's one. Second, I don't want the trash that comes with empty beer bottles, which I already see in my neighborhood, and, I just don't want that. Okay, now, aside from that, I have some other questions. This is a business that it's for them to consume beer in the premises.
Correct.
How many drinks is this business going to be serving each person? Do you know that?
As far as it's pursuant to the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, they cannot allow anybody to become intoxicated there. The owners are present here, and they can also help answer this question.
Okay.
And so
I need to know how many drinks they're going to be serving each person.
I mean, not all the people that are going to be present at the park are going to be drinking. Someone
Okay.
is going to be eating, children.
Yeah, but
having a good
my
time.
concern is the alcoholic beverages.
Yes, no, I understand. I don't know exactly how much every person that's going to go is going to drink.
Well, how many drinks does it take for a
maximum.
person to be intoxicated?
As far
What are the
as
rules?
for that,
It's hard for us to give you what the rules are, but you can go ahead and inform yourself with the TABC. They do have some rules and regulations as to businesses that serve alcohol. So the best persons to be able to respond to you regarding what an owner-operator that serves alcohol, what rules they have to adhere to, they would be the best people to be able to give you those rules.
Well, that's crazy because you are approving the permit.
Well, we're approving a permit for commercial use. But as far as the alcohol, the city are not regulators regarding the alcohol. It's a Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission who regulates that, not the city.
That was on the agenda, the approval of the permit.
I understand. It's an approval for the permit, but not approval. They're not the regulatory body that enforces or looks or sets the laws regarding alcohol consumption. That would be the Texas
You're
Alcohol
not able,
Beverage Commission.
you're not able to tell me how many drinks
No.
will be served to a person there.
We wouldn't be able to.
Oh, that is crazy.
are they gonna be serving, do you know, Mr. Tejeda, liquor or beer or both? I mean, do we, yeah, you can come too.
Mayor,
I think the gentleman wants to say.
yes, sir, I know Mr. Marcelo, state your name, sir, and I know.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my name is Marcelo Gonzalez. Here, some liquor, but how do I put it? Margaritas, daiquiris, more mixed beverages than no shots,
Got it,
nothing,
okay.
nothing crazy. Just, lady drinks for the ladies, more than anything, for the actual liquor.
And I assume you're for it? Yeah, you are the owner, right? Am I correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, me and my mother.
Okay, great, okay.
I have
Anything
another
else you want?
question. I
Hold
have
on.
another question.
Go ahead, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay, so, how is your business gonna keep track of the customers? How many drinks they've had?
We're gonna follow all TABC regulations, whatever they tell us we have to do, we will do. This park is a family park. We want people to have their children there. We don't want any intoxicated people. We don't want that. We don't wanna deal with drunk people. We don't wanna deal with any problems. It's just,
Oh, you call it family business, but since you're serving alcoholic beverages, I do not understand how that is a family business.
Chuck E. Cheese sells alcohol.
Well, I'm concerned of my neighborhood. I don't care about the other businesses. So if a drunk driver comes out of your business, damages my house, who's gonna be responsible?
It's hard for us to kind of give you a legal opinion regarding that, but if you get with counsel, they would probably tell you that the driver would be responsible for that. He has insurance. If it's beyond a certain intoxication, then obviously claims could be made against the business. But again, the city can offer you those opinions. You would have to seek that opinion from counsel if and when that happens.
Business gonna carry enough liability insurance? This business that's gonna be open there?
Typically, whenever you're asked for a TABC permit, it's almost mandatory before your permits are even approved that you carry sufficient insurance. And again, the people who set those parameters are the regulatory, TABC will set those parameters.
You would never see the amount of liability insurance that they would have? You don't request it?
Hey,
bond that's on there, and you have to reach a requirement, so there is,
Yeah.
there is a figure, but I couldn't answer that.
I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Well, I mean, we're not even
Yeah, we haven't-
near that stage yet. You know, right now, we're in the premature stage.
But
So
this
to
question-
answer your question,
Those questions, Mayor, can be actually directed, ma'am, to get more versed of it. You can actually go to the TABC office there on, I think it's Nightingale and 10th Street, right across Hillbillies. You can go to their office, and they can actually kind of inform you exactly the parameters of all those questions you have.
Those are items that you all don't look into
No, that's
prior-
TABC, man, they're regulated by TABC. And actually, they're the ones that, at night, they'll send TABC agents to establishments, to all night liquors, stores or bars around the valley that regulate those things. Sometimes they do request local law enforcement assistance to go in there to those establishments, but those regulatory questions that you're asking are actually geared for TABC, ma'am.
Prior to you issuing the permit, those questions are not answered to you?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
They're regulated by the state of Texas.
okay. So if I call this office, would they be able to give me this
They'll ask you,
information?
they'll be able to tell you the parameters of the liability insurance. Depending on your question, that's what they're gonna answer. I would suggest if you'd like to go over there and speak to them, it'd be best, so you can have a better understanding of what transpires.
What happens if a business doesn't follow the rules of the
Well-
TABC?
well, we can, they lose their permits,
Yeah,
and we strip
They
them.
get cited and they get fined by TABC, not
Yeah.
San Juan. And then they'll get with us, and then we'll do whatever we need to do along conjunction with TABC. As far as the city official.
So at any given time, the city can strip their permit away
Right.
if it gets approved or what have you.
Yeah, because
But
there's a lot of minors in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
They could be asking
I,
for alcohol.
I guess,
drinking
I have a
alcohol, yeah.
question for you, sir. The hours of operations, what would they be again? Okay, so you said 12 p.m. And weekdays 10 PM, but the latest may be 11? Okay. In the evening?
If we have anybody that sells, you know, early food, we will open the park, not everything will be open, the bar won't be open, but if we have any, brunch-focused food trucks, we can open early, so people can stop by and eat, but the bar will not open till the evening.
I think the concern I have is as far as the traffic goes. And, I mean, I don't know if there's a way to where we can have a much better traffic flow, you know, because, you know how you and I spoke about that, Mr. Horna? If somehow you can,
Mirror the entrance and the exit.
yes, I mean, that's a concern. And ma'am, those are good concerns you have as well. Obviously, ma'am, and we heard the lady that, and the gentleman, the son that were here, those are, no, and I totally understand that, but understand if for some reason, whichever direction the commission goes, I mean, at any given day, anything like that happens, we can come back and strip their permits, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, exactly. So,
What kind of control do you have on the noise?
excuse me?
On the noise?
What about it?
Is there gonna be music there as well?
I'm assuming, yeah, but we have an ordinance that the people need to follow. And if they don't follow, guess what? I mean, the officers will get called out and go over there, and then people get cited. And then we're gonna find out how many calls the PD's getting in reference to the establishment. Now, guess what? If they're not complying, we're gonna come back over here again, and we're gonna strip their permits away. You know, that's if the commission decides to grant them the permits. But like I was mentioning to the owner and Mr. the concern I have is the traffic flow. And I spoke to our city manager, Mr. Rona, as well in reference to that. And I want to see if there's any way you guys can maybe look into, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just kind of designing it or sitting down with Mr. Tijerina in reference to the traffic flow, because I know once you're going to have a drive-through set up as well, right? Exactly. So my concern is the traffic backing up, you know, the line. No, I know, because TxDOT didn't approve that. Am I correct? Somehow TxDOT got involved in reference to the entrance from, yeah, exactly. So that's what, yes, ma'am.
There really is no space, you know.
Well,
where
no, exactly, ma'am. So that's why I'm trying to see if there's any way they can come back to the table and figure this out to make it, for some reason, make it, the traffic flow a lot smoother. So you don't get any backed up traffic, you don't get any cars parked like in front of your driveway or, well, that's what I'm saying. I want them to see if they can figure out a way how they can maybe come back and present it to us. Because look, the idea is good, but at the same time, there's concerns, sir. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's my concern. And as far as establishments, I mean, we got them all over. You know, we have them all over cities, you know, and I've talked to other commissioners and I've asked them, like in Alamo, I've asked him, he's a good friend of mine, Mr. Landa. And I mean, everything's great. Everybody's complying like the way they should be complying. But, you know, we're all for business as well. But at the same time, we're here for you as well. You know what I'm saying? So, and I appreciate you coming here this evening and voicing your concerns, because we need to know that. And that's something that we're going to discuss. So I'll tell you, like, as far as the issue I have, is just the traffic flow. If for some reason you can maybe come back, Mr. Juan, and just kind of figure it out. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know how the commission feels about you know, this whole matter here. But
The concerns that happen once it's established and opens might not even be the liquor, it might actually be the traffic.
Yeah.
So we want to address all aspects to make sure it's still safe and comfortable for the residents there and still successful for you as a business owner. So I agree with Mayor.
okay.
My concern is just a portion part, Mayor, mainly the alcohol. And the alcohol is possibly maybe a portion part of it, but you see it, like you mentioned, Chuck E. Cheese, Peter Piper's, Texas Fiesta,
Oh,
Texas.
no, yeah.
It's all family,
It's all family oriented, that's how you can mingle family, and it just depends on the business owner, how he continues and mingles it, how it becomes a business, family business or family oriented.
No, correct. Yeah, that's correct. And I appreciate you saying yes to San Juan. I mean, honest to God, like, you know, and that's what we want. You know, we want people to come in and come to our city and become our family and have a business here, like, just like we want people to build rooftops here, houses here, you know? So that's what we're here. I can tell you this much, this commission here is, I mean, we're here to help everybody, the business community and the citizens. Y- Thank you so much, and like I say, you know, we're here to, you know, answer to her too as well, you know, as a citizen, you know. But me personally, I think I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and close this, and with, I think at this time, we should take no action, and maybe if you guys can come back, sit down, and kind of just figure it out. I mean, if you come back and say, look, guys, this is the best, this is what we can, that's it, we can't, then we'll just decide what we're gonna do at that time, okay? So, I know you're anxious, and the sooner the better. The sooner the better if you want. I mean, we can come back on a special or just to get him going if everyone decides how they wanna decide, but, okay? Can we're gonna go ahead and do that, okay? And we'll keep you posted, ma'am, okay? We got your information, so, you know, anything that transpires with this matter, we'll let you know. Okay? You have any questions then? Okay, before I close this?
Let you know all of these questions that I have.
Okay, sure. Okay. You have any questions?
I do not, thank you.
Okay,
Reach out to Mr. Tejeda in the morning so that we can set up a meeting, and we can go through that.
yeah. No problem. At this time, I'm gonna close this at 6:50 PM. So, under this item, I'll go ahead and just take no action, okay?
Item B, we have a hold a public hearing, consider an ordinance regarding conditional use permit for the sale of alcoholic beverages, wine and beer for on-premise consumption at La Cocinita, restaurant located at 201 South Nebraska Avenue, legally described as Lot 1, Block 10, San Juan Original Townside, as requested by Jasmine Acosta. Mr. Tejerina?
Thank you, Mr. Arjona, Mayor, City Commission. Mr. Acosta is applying for a conditional use permit for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages. And in the application of TABC, it has a BG, which says wine and malt beverages, retail dealers on-premise permit. And this is a sale for on-site consumption at La Cocinita restaurant.
Outside?
On-site.
Oh, okay,
On-site,
because
yeah,
I'm
inside,
hearing,
inside.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm hearing
problem.
outside, I'm like.
No,
On-site.
on-site.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir. Yes, sir. And so, the restaurant is located at the southeast corner of Nebraska and Second Street. The applicant will need to comply with TABC Beverage Commission requirements. Additional permits may be required with the city of San Juan for different alcohol permits. And the following is a list of requirements. Number one, they have to comply with the security cameras ordinance. The proposed days and hours of operation are Monday and Tuesday. They're closed Wednesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Of course, so basically, let's say from 11 to 3, somebody could have a beer because they close early. And Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3, then again, we go from, really, it'll be from 11 to about 3 when they can drink something with their meal. Owner agrees to pay an annual fee to the city of San Juan to maintain the alcoholic license, conditional use permit, the occupational license, and health permits. No loading or unloading of merchandise on the public street. They must maintain the buffer fence with the residential area, and there shall be no smoking inside the premises at any time. The business must comply with the city's noise ordinance. We did mail 43 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius. We did not receive any comments in favor against this. Staff is recommending approval, subject to the list of requirements on the attached report. We did present this to the P and Z. It was approved. Mr. Acosta is present. This is a public hearing.
This time, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up at 6:53 PM. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? No? For or against? Would that mean, any questions for Mr.
I
Tejeda?
have one question. Mr. Tirana, on Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.,
Yes, sir.
does the owner know that on Sundays you can't still be after 12?
Yes, he had someone apply for the TABC license for him, and it's in the packet. And so they're gonna comply. There's a copy of the TABC license in your packet, and he's aware with the
I
requirement.
think with restaurants, you can,
51% has to
no,
be.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
you can sell at 11, because there's food.
Yes,
Food,
yes,
but like at a Stripes or convenience
sir.
stores, it's
Yeah.
12. HEB's 12.
right, and it.
But, I mean, they'll have that information.
Yes,
They're gonna go by their rules and regulations, so, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they're gonna comply with TABC. Mr. Acosta has been
Okay,
very courteous and following all the rules
Sure.
and everything.
sure. Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna close this at 6:55 PM. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Next item, hold a public hearing, consider an ordinance regarding a conditional use permit to allow a pit food truck at 1806 North Raul Longoria Road, legally described as Azteca Acres, Track B, as requested by Valeria Chapa.
Mayor and Commissioners, Ms. Chapa is applying for a conditional use permit to operate a portable food concession stand, which is Pitt's Food Truck, located at the Commercial Plaza in front of Taqueria La Mexicana. She's proposing to install a 16-foot by 8-foot food truck right in the middle of the parking area, as you can see in the site plan. She's proposing to use the restroom facilities at the Warriors Taekwondo at that location. She has written permission. The proposed days and hours of operation are Monday and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So in essence, they'll be selling breakfast from 6 a.m. And of course, they have to comply with TABC, which they couldn't have a beer until 11 with the food. So it'd be, let's say, from 11 to 1. And then again, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Are their hours as well. That would be like the dinner that they're proposing, the food in the evening. Sundays, they will be closed. According to Chapter 2, Article 8, Section 8, under CUPs, food concession stand needs to obtain a conditional use permit through the city. We did mail 34 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius, and we also published these in the newspaper, and we haven't received any comments in favor or against the request. It was presented to the Planning Commission. It was approved unanimously. Staff recommends approval, subject to the list of requirements on the attached report, and they're basically the same, the cameras and everything that I read. It's on page 49, if you'd like to see those requirements. This is a public hearing, and this matter is now before you, Mayor.
I'm gonna open this up at 6:57 PM. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Any questions, members of the commission? Is this their first establishment, Mr. Tejeda?
Yes, Mayor, and I want to correct myself as far as they're not proposing to sell alcohol.
Oh, they're
just
not.
proposing food,
Just food?
just food, yes, sir. From 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. No alcohol.
They'll be using the restrooms from that Taekwondo place,
Yes, yes, sir, they have a letter of approval, and they're open late. And there's some pictures in your packet on page 50. You could see the area and the stand that's proposed, and some other exhibits for your,
In a trailer like this, it's gonna require cameras or no?
I'm sorry, sir?
Are they gonna require to have a camera out there? Any chance?
We
It's gonna
could,
be on a public parking, but,
Yes.
you know, you have other different businesses is in there.
yes, sir,
Okay.
yes, sir. Absolutely.
I know that we do have other food trucks, right, within the city, up on the north side. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the owner here, or anybody representing? Okay.
Pásale, señor.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Si no tienen inconveniente, me gustaría más en español.
Ok. Sí, ¿este es el primer negocio que vas a tener?
Bueno,
¿Tienes
ya
un-
tuvieron acompañarnos cuando pusimos el negocio de rolling trailers, ¿verdad? Yo ya no estoy en ese negocio, ya voy a iniciar uno con mi familia en San Juan, porque soy de San Juan, y nos dio la oportunidad en ese lugar, el señor Inostroza, y pues bueno, queremos tener nuestro negocio ahí de comida. Va a ser tacos mañaneros y posiblemente a mediodía algo de comida, pero estamos todavía viendo, porque para
Ah, ok.
una sola persona todo el día es difícil.
Yeah.
Pero pues estamos conscientes, pero también estamos conscientes que hay que trabajar, ¿verdad? Con todas las de la ley, con todos los requisitos que nos pide la ciudad, bomberos y todo, tratamos de tener todo en forma y como debe de ser. Y la traila, bueno, pues así es, así está. Ya hubo por medio de JJ, ella nos dio un iris, ¿verdad?, de cómo debe estar, y yo también lo sé porque he estado en este negocio un buen tiempo y sé lo que debe llevar en cuanto a la seguridad de todo lo que es gas, electricidad y todo esto, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, pero así es como lo estamos haciendo, la traila pues, está al 100%, ya solamente nos falta pues el approve de ustedes, de alguna manera, y pues para poder empezar a trabajar.
¿Y su nombre, señor?
Luis Tanguma,
Ok.
y la titular del negocio es mi hija Valeria Chapa, nombre de casada.
Any other questions? Guys, you good? Okay, at this time, I'm going to close this at 7:01 PM. Is there a motion to approve? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Suerte con su negocio, señor.
The next item on discussion and possible action, we have consider an action of an ordinance for the voluntary annexation petition, Giant subdivision being a 3-acre tract of land out of Lot 6, Block 27, Alamo Land Insurance Company subdivision as per the map recording volume 1, pages 24 to 26, map records, Hidalgo County, Texas, located approximately a quarter of a mile west of Cesar Chavez Road, along the north side of Hall Acres Road, as requested by Jose Luis Hernandez. Mr. Tejerina.
Mr. Arjona, thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. In essence, this is for the first reading of the ordinance. We've seen this come before us already, and it's a process that we must follow based on annexing pursuant to Chapter 43, Municipal Annexation, Section 43.028 of the city charter. So it's a first reading of the ordinance, Mayor. If you like, I could read it. It's just a.
No, you're good. Any questions for Mr. Tejerina? If not, is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
The next item is preliminary and final plat approval of the Twin subdivision being a 2.5-acre tract of land out of Lot 54 ML Woods, tract number 6, as requested by Naini Engineering.
Mr. Arjona, Mayor and Commissioners, this is, the developer's proposing to subdivide 2.33 acres of land approximately 150 feet south of First Street along the east side of Veterans Boulevard. He's proposing one multifamily lot with access along Veterans Boulevard. A rezoning of the property was approved by the city of San Juan back on April 2022. The subdivision is located in the flood zone C, outside of the flood hazard areas according to the FEMA map. Water and sewer services will be provided by the city. Hydrants will be located is 300 feet. Apologize for that, and will be looped to an 8-inch water line. All entrances will be 26 feet wide. This was presented to the Planning Commission, reviewed everything, and the Willie Ariata, the engineer, was present, and his client, and we're recommending approval. So this is before you for your consideration.
Questions for Mr. Tejerina? If not, is there a motion to approve? It's been second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
The next item, letter C, preliminary and final plat approval of the Mosa multifamily subdivision being a 1.42 acre tract of land out of Lot 14, Block 8, junk land subdivision requested by TriMet Consultants.
Mr. Arjona, thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. This is actually a 4-lot subdivision. The developer is proposing to subdivide this 1.42 acre tract of land located approximately 500 feet from Raul Longoria along the north side of El Dora Road. There's a school to the north of that property. He's proposing 4 multifamily lots with access along El Dora Road. They will only have 2 access points, even though there's 4 lots onto El Dora. Each lot is approximately 69 by 182 feet. A rezoning of this property was approved by the city of San Juan back on January 2022. The subdivision is located in a flood zone B, areas of minimal flooding, according to the FEMA map. Water will be provided by North Alamo Water Supply, and sewer will be provided by the city of San Juan. Hydrants will be placed according to the fire department as needed, and it will be looped to an 8-inch water line as per the city of San Juan fire department requirements. All entrances will be 26 feet wide. We did present this to the Planning Commission. We looked at it closely. TriMet is one of the 4 consulting engineers that we have, and this subdivision was reviewed by Javier Hinojosa, who is another one of our engineers, and they complied with all the comments that Mr. Hinojosa brought to TriMet or Rick Salazar. So we are recommending approval, and this matter is before you, Mayor and Commissioners.
Any questions for Mr. Tejerina? No, pretty much. I'm good, yeah. Yeah, okay. If not, is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
The next item, discussion possible action to award it request for bids number 22-008-06-30, West Sixth Street, waterline materials to the lowest most responsible bidder, and authorize the city manager to execute all related documents as needed. Ms. Maldonado?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioner, Mr. Arjona. On June the 15th and June 22nd, proposals were advertised for the Sixth Street waterline materials. And on June the 30th, 2 proposals were submitted, one from Ferguson Waterworks out of Mission, the other from Agua Works Pipe and Supply out of Brownsville. The proposals are included in your packet. Staff is recommending the lowest bid, which was received from Ferguson Waterworks, in the amount of $114,290. Mr. Olvera is here present if you have any questions on the project.
Questions? Yes, sir. Arjona, what's your take on this, sir?
Yes, Mayor, Commissioner, this is an item that we've been discussing for the past, I want to say, few years. This is a line that is going to be extending from the water plant all the way to the to the water tower.
Yes.
Along Sixth Street. We recommend approval. It is a much-needed upgrade that we need. Obviously, it is going to help us with the new fire station along with the city hall.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, because it is an upgrade to different utilities, we can get some of the funding through the ARP monies
Oh, from the other half that's supposed to be coming in?
from this half that we currently have.
Oh, we already got it?
No, the first one. We're still spending some of those monies.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But when is the,
We're still waiting on those, Mayor, and I don't know if there's any other cities that have received the second half of the funding?
I don't think they have,
No, because they're behind. We've been checking the portal like maybe once every other week, and it's still
because
closed.
it was 2 payments, am I
Yes,
correct? Okay, all right. Any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
The next item on the consent agenda, Mayor Commissioner, we have items A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In front of you, should like to consider and discuss any of those further, you may at any time, or just vote them on all together, as it was already approved at the last meeting.
At this time, is there anything that we need to amend or modify under consent agenda? Amend or modify? If not, is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Under executive session, Mayor Commissioners, Juan City Commission will convene executive session according with the Texas Open Meetings Act, various Texas statutes and codes annotated, Government Code Chapter 551 and 501071, consultation with attorney. Tonight we have item 1, personal matters, discussing appointment, employment evaluation, reassignment duty, discipline or dismissal, public officer, employee, city manager. Also, 501071, consultation with attorney, discussing a possible action regarding legal issues concerning the entertainment agreement for 21 Noche de Paz. And also pursuant to section 501071, consultation with attorney, discussion and possible action regarding health insurance and voluntary products.
That being said, is there a motion to enter executive session? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll be entering at 7:10 PM. Thank you. We're back from executive session at 8:08 PM. Is there a motion to reconvene? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, under executive session 1, I'll make a motion to renew city manager, Mr. Ben Arjona's contract.
Second.
It's been seconded by Coach Neto Guajardo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Under executive session 2, I'll go ahead and make the motion for city manager or city attorney as discussed in executive session. It's been seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Lenny Sanchez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. And under, where we at? The possible regarding, okay. Under executive session 3, I'll go ahead and make a motion to give the directive to Mr. Arjona as discussed in executive session. And that's in a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded by Coach Neto Guajardo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting has been adjourned at 8:09 PM. Thank you.
All right, trying to email the things, the list of things I need, so that way I can